Hello and welcome to our Wednesday book review day. Okay, today it's been a very cold day here in Nairobi, and of course, when it's very cold, what comes into mind is a hot cup of tea or coffee, okay, and a good book to read. So yes, so you are right in time. So today I wanted to review two books, actually two powerful books, if I may say so. But I thought maybe we shouldn't do the two books together. We should do one of the book today and possibly do the next book next week, okay? And this is an exciting book that I am about to review. I know if you've read this book, it's a very powerful book. The story is powerful, okay? But if you have not read this book, worry not. I will, as usual, recommend that you read this book, okay? So what book are we going to review today? Today we are reviewing a book by the name of Acres of Diamonds, okay? Acres of Diamonds, written by Russell Cornwell. Russell H. Cornwell. So, housekeeping, a bit of housekeeping. If you are joining me for the very first time, kindly press subscribe to my channel, read, comment, share with me what you think about this channel. I am so excited to have you here. Share what we have here with your friends, with your brothers and sisters and children, okay? So, like I said before, today we are looking at this book known as Acres of Diamonds, okay? A very interesting book. I got this at Bookstop, so I know it is available in most bookshops. Please go get this book. If you are serious about reading, okay, and not just reading, you want to learn through the pages of books, I will highly recommend this book. So Russell Cornwell is the founder of Temple University, right? So you will find how stories of how he founded the university in the pages of this book. Very interesting. But what is even more intriguing is the story that is the base or the story behind this cover, okay? This is a very interesting book. So the story, I'm made to understand the story shared here is true, okay? That what is written here actually happened. And this is a lecture that Cornwell gave a graduating class, okay? And he goes beyond to share his life. And in sharing his life, you actually see the message behind Acres of Diamond inside the book, okay? So there is a short story. That is how the story begins. But before that, you have what you call the editor's note, which will tell you a lot about his background, the background of Dr. Cornwell. Who is he? Where did he come from? Where did he grow up? What has he achieved? And this is something I found very, very interesting, because Dr. Cornwell says this story was shared, okay, or narrated to him by a guide, okay? This guide was leading his camel through the banks of ancient rivers. So this is a well-traveled gentleman. You will notice that from his story. So the story is told by this old guide whose work was not only to guide the tourists, of course, it was also his work to entertain the people that he was guiding. So this guide would keep sharing stories and stories and stories, okay? And at one point, we are told that Dr. Connells did not even want to hear the stories, but the guide, of course, said he had one story that he kept for a particular, yeah? He actually called them a particular type of a client, right? So the story is told of a Persian gentleman by the name of Ali Hafed. Now, this book has what we call gems of words, okay? Gems of statements that you can actually borrow. You read this book, you want to pause a bit and think, okay? Just listen to this. I'm going to read just a short part of it, and I want you to see what I'm talking about. Okay. The old guy told me that there once lived not far from the river Indus an ancient Persian by the name of Ali Hafed. I don't know how true that is, but it is said that actually this gentleman lived. Okay, he said that Ali Hafed owned a very large farm, that he had orchards, grain fields, and gardens, and he had money at interest. Okay, and he was a wealthy and contented man. Then listen to this. He was contented because he was wealthy, and he was wealthy because he was contented. That is what I'm talking about. You'll find very powerful statements in the pages of this book. Okay, so one day, okay, there visited this old Persian man, one of the ancient Buddhist priests. Okay, and as he hosted this priest, the priest told stories to him. Okay, and he talked about how the world was made. Actually, this is how the world was made, and in it you find the value of the different metals. Let me just read this. So he said that there were internal fires. Okay, after the stirring of the finger, this one I want you to go and find what the Buddhist is talking about in the creation or in the formation of the world. But he said this, as the internal molten mass, okay, came bursting, there was a certain order of how things were cooling. So that which burst and cooled out very fast, okay, was granite, okay. That which cooled less quickly was copper, less quickly was silver, less quickly was gold, and after gold there was diamond. So you see the chronology of how these things are formed. Interesting story. So engage with the story as you're reading. Just don't read to rush it out, okay? But then they say diamonds were like the last to be formed. Okay, and when this gentleman or our host Ali Hafed heard about diamonds, he became discontented. Okay, because the priest told him, or this is the Buddhist priest told him about the diamond, and he said, okay, if you, Ali Hafed, had one diamond the size of your thumb, you could purchase the county, all right? And if you had a mine of diamonds, he told him, okay, Ali Hafed could place his children upon thrones throughout, yeah, the world through the influence of his wealth. So when our host Ali Hafed heard about diamonds and what they were worth, he went to his bed that night a poor man. Interesting, right? So why did he go to bed a poor man that night? Just listen here. He had not lost anything, but he was poor because he was discontented. And discontented because he feared he was poor. And then he said to himself, I want diamonds. I want a whole mine of diamonds. So he rushed and woke the Buddhist priest who was resting and told him, I want diamonds. And the priest who had narrated the story is like, where are you going to get them? He said, no, I want them. So the priest said, go to look for a certain river. If you ever find that river, you will find diamonds. So our rich man, previously contented Ali Hafed, left his home okay, to the care of a neighbor to go and look for diamonds. Do I tell you how the story ended? This is just but the beginning. The story ended that he looked for diamonds, he found nothing, and in despair, he took his own life. Later, however, the neighbor who took over or inherited from him, he chanced upon a diamond, only for them to discover that right there in Ali Hafed's home where he lived was not only just a single diamond, all right? There were acres and acres of diamond. So if only Ali Hafed had dug his own farm, yeah, if only he would have walked or tried to work on his own farm, he need not have left. This is a rich book. Please find this book, read it. Read it not only for the story I have shared with you. Read it because therein you will find the rich story of Russell H. Cornwell. And when I read this book, it keeps reminding me how many times have we left, okay, where we are working or where we are living, looking for diamond, whilst all we needed to know is to get that skill and knowledge so that we can harness that which is already within us. All right, kindly subscribe to my channel. Look for this book, Acres of Diamond. This is a gem. Keep this book, read it, share it with friends, share it with family, and share it with your children, because we all have acres of diamond within us, but we need to know how to harness them. My name is Raquel Maina Onyando, and this is Wednesday book review. Today we have reviewed Acres of Diamond by Russell H. Cornwell. Thank you.